Hello, my friends. I hope you are feeling good today. Welcome to today's cozy grounding flow. I was about to step on my mat and film something really spicy for you guys, but I realized that my body and my soul really need something slow and kind of soothing. So this will be a slower, spacious Vinyasa flow style class, but it'll just be a lot slower and kind of softer. We'll get into some deep postures, but there will still be a little bit of flowfulness, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. When you're ready to start, let's get going. You're welcome to come into a child's pose. Let's take the knees wide. Arms reach long in front of you and shift your hips back. Relax your forehead to the floor, elbows to the earth, and take a really gentle and soft moment here as you settle, melting your hips back towards your heels as much as you can, stretching the arms long in front of you. Close down your eyes and feel yourself land in your body, your physical, mental, and energetic self. Let's begin with a nice, full, relaxed breath in through the nose. Open, release, sigh. One more round. Nice big breath in. Open, sigh, let it go. Relax into the shoulders, the face, and the neck a little bit more. And just allow yourself to feel held throughout this practice. And when you feel your mind start to travel somewhere else, try to just bring it back to the movement and sensation of your breathing. You can gently lift your gaze and rock forwards onto your hands and your knees. Come into tabletop, tuck your toes, and begin to spiral out the spine. So finding a few barrels here, bend your elbows, arching, rounding your spine. Wiggle your hips as well, left to right, or finding those circular movements. Close your eyes, just let your body kind of lead and take over. No wrong or right here. And then change directions of the circles, taking it nice and slow and spacious. Focus on your breath. Keep breathing slowly through the nose. On your next cycle of breath, lean back through the hips and reach the arms long in front of you. Take a full breath in. And then as you breathe out, cat spine, push away from the ground as much as you can. Hollow out through the armpits and then lower your hips down towards your wrists and lift your chest forwards. Come upward facing dog variation. Knees stay grounded. Lift your chest, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, hips glide slowly back, roll back into your downward facing dog. Spread widely into your fingers and your toes as you begin to gently walk it out. Bend into one leg at a time. Really take your time with each breath, each movement and moment today. With that exhale, you can extend your right leg into the air, find your three-legged dog. Bend into your knee and guide your foot towards your bum. Feel into that juicy opening here through the inner thigh. Take a full inhale. With your exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand. Coming into your lizard lunge, we'll come into a deep hip stretch here, both stretching the inner right thigh and your left hip flexor. So keep your hands on the ground and just take a moment wherever you are with whatever range of motion that you're working with. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, begin to straighten out through the front leg slightly, half split shape. Lift your chest, inhale, and then lean forwards as you exhale, relaxing head down, relax the shoulders and feel into that deep opening across the hamstring. With your next cycle of breath, bend into your right knee. Skandasana side lunge, right knee stays bent, left leg is straight. Guide the hands to the heart space and then lift out of your flexibility for a moment. Take a breath in. With your out breath, glide over to the back, warrior two. Take your time. Drive both of your feet into the floor as you reach into your arms, creating space across the arms and the hips. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Make your way into side angle pose. Take your time as you reach into your right arm, creating space. Gaze towards your left toes here. Shift onto that left foot and make your way into half moon. So you're going to kick back into the right heel, reach your right arm into the sky. Take a full breath. With that out breath, right foot lightly lands to the earth. Reverse your warrior, reach into your left arm, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, find a wide-legged fold. Left hand reaches around the right ankle bone or just around the right leg here. Right hand to either your lower back or to the inner left thigh, exploring a bind. If this feels awkward and tight, just bend your knees slightly. Let's lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Melt your chest a bit closer towards your right thigh. Take one more breath. Nice and slowly come out of your bind, face the front of your mat, right foot, inhale. Exhale, baby Hanuman, drop your left shin bone down to the floor. Now lengthen through your spine as you breathe in. As you breathe out, lean over to the left side. So left fingers over to the side, lift up through your hips and your heart space, a little bit of a heart opener. And then exhale, lower your hips down, fingertips meet the mat, baby pyramid pose, bow over your right leg. Halfway lift, breathe in, breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, look forwards as you shift onto the right foot, send your left leg behind you, and then reach the right arm behind you as well as you find a little bind here. So see if you can grab onto the left foot with your right hand, exploring a little twisted moon bind situation. If you have a bind, kick into that hand, hold for another breath. Slowly let go of your foot and drop the left knee and shin bone down to the floor, finding a seated twist. We're wrapping our left hand around the right knee, find length as you breathe in, and then twisting to the right side as you breathe out. Create that space, relax the face, relax your energy as a whole. Finding depth within the breath. You can slowly unravel and then swing your right leg all the way to meet your left foot here. So soles of your feet meet here. You're going to take your left hand behind you and find a little clam-like shape as you lift up through the hips. Breathe in, lift your chest. And then as you breathe out, lower your hips back down and then over to the other side. So right arm behind you, lift up through your hips. Breathe in, exhale, hips to floor. One more time on each side. Just finding a bit of fluidity in the movement, softness in your energy and breath. Breathe in, lift. And then as you breathe out, lower your hips to the floor, wrap your hands around your feet, edges of feet. Lift your chest halfway. Fold as you breathe out. Melting your knees a bit closer to the floor, feeling into that deep inner thigh stretch. Take one more breath here. And then nice and slowly, you can begin to peel yourself upwards. Take your hands behind you. Find a Malasana squat facing the side of your mat here. Heels in, toes out, hands together. All right, drive the feet into the mat. Breathe into your hips. And then exhale, hands meet the floor. Find a forward fold. Bow forwards in between your legs or as close to your legs as you can. Halfway lift. Breathing out, face the front of your space, pyramid pose, left foot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push into the hands and step both feet lightly back in a short dog shape. Lift your heels off the floor, sink your knees down to the ground, come into tabletop, arch your spine, cow pose, lift your chest, bend your elbows, keep your spine arched, hovering your chest off the floor, hold, and then pull your hips down as you ripple your chest forwards, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out as you roll your hips back. Beautiful, guys. Staying connected, staying present in your body in this moment. Send your left leg into the air, find your three-legged dog. Left foot outside of left hand, lizard lunge. You can sink your right knee lightly to the ground, breathe in. Find your breath, loosen up. Notice if you're holding on to any tension or clenching anywhere. This is your time and opportunity to open up and loosen up and feel into those spaces. Let's go into our half splits now. Straighten the left leg a little bit. Lift the chest halfway. And then fold forwards on your out breath. With your next cycle of breath, bend into your left knee. Skandasana, right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Hands together at heart space in prayer. Okay, so lift up through your hips a little bit. So we're working a little bit of strength, just a moment of strength within the flexibility. Now take a breath in. And then as you exhale, warrior two, face the back of your space as you glide back. Reach into your arms. And just feel that grounded quality that your warrior can create. It's very simple. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Side angle pose, breathe out. Reach into the left fingers. With your exhale, gaze towards your right toes. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, kick into your left foot now. Let's keep the right fingers on the floor as you reach into the left arm. Take one more breath. And then with a light energy, we're going to meet in a reverse warrior. So left foot meets the ground, reach up and over into the right fingerprints. Inhale. Wide-legged fold, exhale, Prasarita. Right hand meets the left ankle bone or the edge of the foot. Left hand to inner right thigh or lower spine. Breathe in, lift the chest. And exhale, melting forwards, closer towards your left thigh. Breathe. Nice and slowly coming out of your bind, face your left foot at the front of your mat, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, baby Hanuman, drop your right shin bone down to the floor. Now lengthen up through your spine, breathe in, posture nice and open. Sweep your right hand over to the right side and push your chest and your hips into the air, breathe in. Breathing out. Lowering back down, baby pyramid pose over your left leg. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then we fold as we breathe out, pulling your heart space and torso closer towards this left leg. So it's a hamstring stretch on both sides, on both legs here. On your next in-breath, lift your gaze, shift onto the left foot and kick your right leg behind you. Left arm in the sky, you can keep your right fingertips on the floor. It's a twisted moon with a little bind. So bend into that right knee, left hand to right foot. If you have it, go for it. Kick into the hand, exploring a little bit of hamstring flexibility, some balance, and some hip flexor flexibility as well. One more breath. You can gently release this and drop your right knee behind your left leg, sitting down, finding your twisted seat. Right hand wraps around the left knee. Breathe in to find length. And then twist to the left. Finding space and depth within your twist, within your breath, and within your body as a whole. You can gently come out of your twist and sweep your left leg over to the left side. Soles of feet come together here. We're in this butterfly-like shape. We're going to start to lean over to the left side. So left hand behind your left glute, clam, lift your chest and hips. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the hips back down and sweep it over to the other side. So it's a little movement here, left to right. You can move at your own pace. We'll go for one more round on each side, breathing in, opening it up, feeling into some spaciousness here. Pushing into that hand and lifting the heart space to the sky. And then gently lower your hips to the ground, hands around edges of feet. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, lean forwards as you curl the body inwards, round. Relax the shoulders, relax the breath. Take a full cycle of breath. Feel into this cocoon-like shape, like quality. And then with that out breath, begin to roll back upwards. Sweep your right leg over to the right side. Malasana, facing the side of your space. Yogi squat. Guide the hands together at your heart space. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, hands to the floor, find your forward fold. Maybe straightening out your legs a little bit more here as you pull the chest through. Breathe into that space. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathing out, pyramid pose, face the right foot at the front of your mat. Lift the chest, breathing in. Breathing out, fold. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. With that exhale, bend into your right knee, plug the hands into the ground and step your right foot back to meet your left foot in a short dog shape. Lift your heels off the ground and sink your knees to the floor. Come into cow, arch your spine, reach through your chest, breathe in. And then exhale, bend your elbows, hovering your chest off the ground, hold for a moment. And then pull the hips down as you ripple the heart forwards, upward facing dog, inhale. Child's pose, exhale, roll your hips back. Melt your forehead down to the floor, elbows to earth, soften and completely let go. Relax, loosen up. Maybe take a nice big exhale or a sigh if that feels good. Nice and slowly, you can begin to roll the body upwards, coming into a kneeling position. Let's roll the hips over to the left side and just swing your legs out in front of you. Hips glued to the mat, feet glued to the mat. You can roll down really slowly. So let's reach the arms forwards and we're going to roll down to the ground. Conscious and slow. Gradually letting the head and shoulders meet the floor. Pull the knees together now and take the arms out in a capital T shape and drop your legs over to the right side. Rest your right hand on the outer left thigh, coming into a gentle supine twist. Take a full inhale. As you exhale, you can slowly weave the legs over to the other side, dropping them over to the left, and rest your left hand on your outer right thigh. Melt your right shoulder to the ground. Try to keep everything nice and loose and open and relaxed. Take one more breath. And with that out breath, guide both knees to the heart space. Wrap your hands around your shin bones. Pull your forehead to your knees and take a full breath in. And then exhale. Release, let everything go and make your way into Savasana. So reach your legs long in front of you, hands to either side of your space. Get yourself comfortable and warm enough to be here for just a few moments, keeping the eyes closed. Let yourself relax and let the earth take you in here, allowing yourself to feel held. Begin to deepen your breathing. And slowly start to bring some awareness back into your toes and fingers. Back into the wrists and ankles. You can start to circle it out and stretch it out. And then gently pull the knees into the heart space and wrap your hands around your knees and give yourself a nice little squeeze and a touch. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, rock forwards and backwards. Take as many rocks as you need as you help yourself up into a cross-legged seat. You can place one foot in front of the other. And then sit up nice and tall and reach the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands to heart space. Breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me today, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed that. Cozy, kind of slower and stretchy and hopefully calming practice. Quite different to what I usually offer up on here, but there's plenty of these kinds of practices inside Tana Studio if you are interested, and also much longer versions of these kinds of practices. So hope you enjoyed. Let me know how it went for you in the comments down below, and I hope you have a beautiful day. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so to support me and the free content that I share on here. All right, I will see you soon.